5 days, which isn't nearly enough time in India, but it was very energising, very incredibly interesting experience. We were very lucky in that we managed to meet a lot of people from different areas of Indian society, some kind of rich business people, artists, musicians, and actors, and we met costume designers, and luckily one of them, Himani, we've sort of managed to persuade to come over and join us, which I think is fantastic. So we've actually got a kind of authentic eye in there, someone who can really look at the choices that we make with the actors about what the characters are going to become.
Basically, because the play is set in modern day India, it's very interesting because if you come to India, you find there are various levels, it's quite complex. This play gives space for exploring regular, modern, confident people.
We went into places like Old Delhi with its sort of crazy confusion of cabling and colour and smells and narrow streets and all of that. And I'd love to try and get some of that atmosphere without turning it into a theme park, into the beginning bit of people's experience when they come see the show. So hopefully the foyer space will have the kind of the bustling, chaotic atmosphere and colour. And so it feels like we need to create a space which has the feeling of a bit of an oasis of calm away from the bustle. So I think as people come into the building, they'll come through the chaotic bit, and then when you get into the theatre proper, it'll feel almost like you're inside the kind of Haveli courtyards of kind of particular Indian architectural kind of style. Normally you'll have like a central archway, with lots of kind of ornate balconies above and probably stacked up in several layers. And the nice thing about that is it can really tie in with the architecture of the courtyard. These are kind of real people now, so maybe Beatrice is a modern day businesswoman, quite successful, quite chic. The reason she hasn't got married is that she's been busy having a career.
It's a sort of very strong, powerful woman in control of her own life image. It's interesting because you can put a woman in a sari and she can look quite traditional, and then you can put her in a sari and she can look extremely powerful.
We were very lucky while we were there to watch a bride being made up in a makeup and hairdressing salon, and she just said, well, why don't you come along to the wedding party tonight? So that was another kind of fantastic slice of society that we got to see.
We have a big wedding sequence, so the wedding will be absolutely traditional with the saris and the glitter and the reds and the golds and the jewelry and everything, because that's absolutely sort of, you can't really take away from that. There's a lot of beauty in the Indian clothes, the colors, the fabrics and stuff. So we're trying to use all of that to make a very beautiful visual experience.